Georgetown a lot of credit. They made every play when they needed to make it, and was really 50-50 balls, rebounding. Some of the things that they made, that they did were huge in giving them second opportunities. Was really disappointed defensively tonight. Just simple rotations. They ran very little in terms of a couple plays, and yet it's the difference between 3 feet. We talked about it. We talked about it in the locker room. It's help side defense, being where you're supposed to be, and it's a difference between winning and losing in college basketball. And we didn't get there consistently. And truth be told, it's where we missed Trent the most. Trent's taken 5 charges in our exhibition, our first game, because he's a great help side defender. We didn't take very many tonight, and we missed that. Trent's very vocal on the court, but a lot of positives. I think we're starting to see the evolution of a couple really good freshmen and their development. Tevian and Allen continue to grow. That's exciting. But I thought that Io and Georgie were unfazed by anything that goes on. I think Georgie did an unbelievable job defensively tonight. I'm so impressed with him and his IQ at the defensive end. We've got to keep him on the court. I think he picked up 3 fouls at the screens tonight. Those are huge, and that happens in Europe all the time. People just basically maul you setting a screen, and we keep hammering at him every single day that he can't throw his hip and do some of those things. But the better team won tonight. Georgetown was good. They made the plays, and give them a lot of credit. And we'll continue to grow from this.
Coach Io took a lot of the blame for that loss. What does that say about him for a freshman to kind of step into that role?
He didn't have anything to hang his head about. He's experiencing high major college basketball for the first time, and 25 points, extended minutes. That's the one thing with Trent gone. Probably added 6 or 7 minutes each one, he and Dre, and that's the one thing I'm so impressed with. I walked into that locker room tonight, and wasn't guys hanging their heads. This was a group of guys that was pissed off, and they were frustrated with themselves. And we got 7 a.m. film in the morning, and they'll all be in there and ready to tackle, look at the mistakes, and grow. And the thing that excites me about Io is his growth. Look what he's doing already, and we just look at his development as it continues to blossom, as we did Trent last year. We've got a pretty good player coming.
Brad, obviously those last couple of minutes were really rough with some of the plays with Kipper. What do you tell him after that game?
Next game. It's all I know to tell him. The next game, you can't dwell on this one. You move forward and go do some better things next time. And it's always about effort. It's always about effort. Whether it's going for the loose ball like he did, there's nothing. I always say the basketball gods always win out. They always win out. And when McClung sprinted to it, he got it. We did. And their kids sprinted to go challenge a shot, and we missed it. But that's 2 plays of many. And he didn't get a great pass, but I know I'll give him a better pass next time, and I know Kipper will make the shot the next time.
You mentioned missing Trent defensively, but just offensively, what void was his not being there? What did that create?
Well, there's the obvious. There's the capability of scoring 30 every single night, and you know, that's an unbelievable threat to have. We know he's at the top of everybody's scouting report, and so they're going to scheme him, which makes things better. I don't think it's any coincidence AJ didn't have quite the night that we're accustomed to. Trent sprays that basketball. 7 assists the other night. No turnovers. You know, Trent is an electric guard who has a unique playmaking ability, and he's got a unique talent because when he has to, he can go get one. And we didn't have that. And you know, tonight we missed his playmaking, and it affected other guys.
Coach, what do you think of DeMonte's performance tonight, especially on the defensive end?
Well, DeMonte always makes a lot of plays, and you know, he's a guy that as many plays as he makes, I'm still ticked off because he got beat off the dribble twice, and he never gets beat off the dribble. And but you know, DeMonte's a guy that, man, he's got pride. He made a big block. He gets the steal. He just continues to do the right things.
Is there any way of knowing the extent of Trent's concussion, like how bad it is or how much time, or is it just one of those things you gotta wait it out?
Yeah, I think in concussion protocol today, I mean, we're all at the mercy of that base test, how that is, and you know how his symptoms relate. I'm sure they'll be testing on a daily basis. But to be honest, I don't know any more than that.
Did he get it in practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, he and Georgie kind of bumped into each other on an out-of-bounds play, and tried to finish the play, and stayed after practice, worked out, and then, so.
Coach, Adonis made his debut tonight. What do you see from him?
The guy who's gotta get in shape. You know, I think that Adonis is gonna help us a bunch. Because we can play Georgie at the 4, we can go bigger when we need to. And, you know, he takes up so much space. And he's a threat offensively. You know, he was amped up and nervous and all that stuff. But he's a guy that just in sheer size imposes his way with people, and he'll get there. He's going to be a big help for us.
Rob?
Andres kind of took over the game for a period there. Shortly after it went out, got a standing ovation. This is one of the things that coaches sometimes get criticized for, like a rotation or a substitution. Did you just go with the regular plan?
No,
Was
he
he
has to
tired?
come out. He has to come out.
He was tired.
Yeah, he has to come out. And we ask our guys all the time to be very unselfish and sub themselves, and ask to come out. And he gave the shirt tug, and he was juiced, and you know, same reason, you know, I took Io out right around the 8-minute timeout, and he played the whole half, and tried to buy time around the media timeout, and he was exhausted as well.
Wow.
Coach, after a close loss like that, is it a good thing to be facing what you face next?
Well, we don't have any choice, so it's a great opportunity. I'm excited. It's in the elite event and all of preseason basketball and the tournaments, and you think I'm afraid to go challenge anybody with this group? The way this group's going to develop and continue to grow, I'm excited. Every night, the rest of the way for us. The rest of the way for us is like this. Real dudes, man. Guys that are really good players, and guys that are well coached and make plays. And man, we just got to keep growing. And you know, whether it's, and I use Ted as an example. You know, we talk all the time about blocking out. You know, well, he didn't block out, and the guy dunked on him. And we learn from those things. But we're going to continue to see those guys every single game from here on. And Gonzaga's a veteran team, and we've got to be better. We got to do some things better. So, but yeah, we're not going to back down from anybody. We're going to throw it up and keep going.
What impact did Georgie pick up his 4th foul around the 8-minute mark have?
A lot. Huge. We need Georgie on the floor because he's our best defender. And I asked him that, you know, I should have subbed him there. I should have subbed him. I know he played a little bit of a stretch there, and if I could go back and do anything again, I would have taken him out at that timeout. It was an out-of-bounds play underneath, and commits the foul in the illegal screen. But again, that's something he's got to grow from and can't make those.
What is it about Io and Georgie that 2 games into their college careers, the moment doesn't seem too big for them?
Oh, you're born with that. You're born with that. You're a winner. You're recruited. There's an inner confidence. There's a swagger. There's a, you know, I mean, a young man came in here and took blame for a loss. 2 games into his career. Are you kidding me? How mature is that? So there's a maturity that goes well beyond, there's an expectation from Iowa, there's an expectation from Georgia. You know, it's not just trying to find your way, it's trying to do the right things to win. And there's a tremendous maturity. And for Iowa to sit up here and take that burden on his shoulders as an 18-year-old, that's pretty unique, pretty unique.
Coach, with 39 seconds left, you were down by 4. Did you think about going 2 for 1, or was it more about just getting the best shot possible?
Best shot possible at that point. I think that we got a clean look at a 3 at that point, and you know, we run an action that we always run. We like it. We got a great shot. I mean, I have no problem with our shots. I would turn one over late in transition, but I liked our shots. I liked the opportunities we've got. And, you know, Dre missed a point-blank layup, and we had a wide-open 3 in the corner, and Kipper got a good look, and so, you know, we'll knock those down. Our time will come.
Coach, DeMonte Williams tied a career high tonight with 11 points. You had 4 steals and a really big block late. How would you evaluate his performance tonight?
Oh, it's what he does every night. I mean, he's going to fill the stat sheet every night, and he's a guy that he has a knack for making those plays. Just a great anticipation play. That right now, he and Trent are probably the only 2 guys on our team that make that rotation to get that steal. And again, that's where we've got to get better. We've got to continue to grow in that area. But DeMonte does so many things right. The points are a bonus, and he was confident. He's aggressive, and I like DeMonte when he's that way.
Thank you. Georgie's mom made the trip out tonight. Were you able to talk to him before or after the game about that, and kind of what was it like seeing the performance he was able to put up tonight?
Well, I hope she tells him to quit fouling on screens. No, she's a special lady, and she made the trip, and that's got to mean a lot to him. And early in his career, that you know, have his mom show up, and we knew she was coming into town, and I don't think, you know, Georgie's that way every day. So, you know, Georgie doesn't lack for enthusiasm and energy, but you know, I'm happy for him. I'm disappointed we didn't get the win for her, but yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to fly halfway around the world to see her something.
You mentioned the mood in the locker room after the game. How different is that than maybe a year ago in a similar type situation?
It's refreshing. Let's just put it that way. It's really, we're headed in the right direction. And we're headed in the right direction. It's refreshing to walk in and see that and feel that. And I do that every day. And I'm telling you, I love this team. I love where this team is going. I love what they're standing for. And all the Illini Nation should believe me when I say that. I mean, because it's unique. It's unique.
You're saying the future is bright, and speaking of which, Ken told us yesterday that tomorrow there's a press conference with Dan Hartliff, Nancy Faye, and Tyra Perry. Are you going to be at that press conference?
I don't know. Am I there, Derek? I guess we'll see. Is that a question or a recruiting question?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll let you know tomorrow, Rob.
Yeah, I guess if I'm there, Yes, of them there and there.
Anything else for Coach? Nope, no more.
You guys were outscored by 22 in bench points. Do you feel like losing Trent was a big factor in that, forcing numbers to start?
Absolutely. It's been a positive for us. And again, give their kids credit. You know, LeBlanc, man, that's a talented freshman. That kid's gonna be good. You know, LeBlanc, and then you give Blair, you know, off the bench because, you know, one of the guys we were as worried about as anybody was Pickett. He was a non-factor. You know, Mourning was a non-factor for the most part. And yet those guys stepped up and did what they do. And again, we got skewed. We've had we've known Trent's our guy for, I don't know, everybody got here. And yet I spend more time worried about our bench being productive than I do who starts. Because I know it's that important. And Dre's been that guy for us, you know, throughout our scrimmages and our exhibitions, being able to give us 16 to 20 a night. I don't know what do you have tonight. He gets 13, you know, but it's a different role. And, you know, there's productivity coming off that. And I like Dre coming off the bench. He gives us great offense. DeMonte gives us leadership and great defense. And you know, Alan gives us a shooter, and Ted gives us an athlete, and that was thrown off a little bit tonight.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brett.